My first grade teacher was wonderful, and so that was a budding moment. And I would go home after school. Put all the little stuffed animals together and play teacher. I always had that dream to be a teacher. We realized that we were losing a lot of brand new teachers. They would come into our district, stay for a year or two, and then leave.
So is that going to be happening once, or is that happening many times over and over again?
We were seeing that a lot of our newest teachers were being placed in some of our most challenging situations. And so by bringing in our mentor program, not only were we able to provide supports for those new teachers, but making sure that the teacher was placed in a school situation where they could draw on their strengths.
We started out with what we would call a buddy system, kind of coordinating somebody in your school that would be a third grade teacher who would mentor you because they were doing the same kind of work. In our very first year, we had 4 full release mentors, 2 at the elementary level, 1 middle and 1 high. And so that mentor provides the structure and the ability to say, okay, let's take a look at the big picture. What small bites can we take out of that? And when I go in my classroom as a first-year teacher the first day, the magic isn't there because now it's all on my shoulders. So it's really important for us to help them discover that they do have the magic inside. It's just how do you put it out there for the students?
That's pretty cool, huh?
I mean, sometimes it's just about, I'm just overwhelmed and I don't know what to do, and yet you don't want to say that to your principal or to your colleagues. The mentor was a very safe, confidential place where you could express those kind of feelings.
The nice thing too is our mentors and our coaches use the same language. They spend their first 2 to 3 years with a mentor, but they've also been working with an instructional coach at the same time. And when their mentor steps back to take on some more new teachers, the coach takes over. It's kind of like passing the baton.
Do you think better reading happens the more you take a look at it? Yeah. Awesome.
We went from 57% retention up to 98% retention. And most importantly was the fact that those teachers that were in the challenging schools stayed in the challenging schools.
We're prepared and trained for life in the wild.
We're not having to go back and retrain teachers and rehire them. We're keeping the ones we have. And not only that, these teachers are amazing. They are exiting our mentor program, doing the most incredible work with students.
When we all come together, the socials are going to share and the mentals are going to share so we can all fill in the rest.
So when teachers are successful, our kids are going to achieve better.
That every student exits college ready or career ready, and now we're identifying what steps do we take to make sure that that happens. Hope is not a plan. It's not going to happen unless we've clearly articulated what we need to do to get there.
Now you've established a community in that school where kids feel safe. They know that I'm going to see my teacher that I had last year is still here. And we have another teacher, and I saw her last year in the hall, so it's a safe place to be.
Our students who've had brand new teachers in their classroom or teachers in the first 3 years, their student achievement data is just as high as the student who has a teacher that's a 20-year veteran. So it's an exciting time to be in education in our district.